Welcome viewers. Elon Musk balked at remarks from the Biden administration that diversity would play an important role in the appointment of the next vice chair of the Federal Reserve. In this video we will break it all down for you. But before we continue, please take a minute of your precious time to hit the subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell to get the latest update from us. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre remarked during a Thursday press briefing that diversity and representation is really important to President Joe Biden and confirmed that he will look at a highly diverse group of world-class economists, as he did for past nominations at the central bank, which is currently seeking to handle record inflationary pressures. Lael Brainard recently departed as vice chair of the Federal Reserve to replace senior advisor Brian Deese as director of the National Economic Council. The cabinet is a majority of people of color for the first time in history. The cabinet is majority female for the first time in history. A majority of White House senior staff identify as female, Jean-Pierre told reporters. 40% of White House senior staff identify as part of racially diverse communities. And a record 7 assistants to the presidents are openly LGBTQ+. So, again, this is something that the president prides himself on, that he actually has taken action to show the diversity of this administration. Musk, the chief executive of Tesla, SpaceX, and Twitter, commented on social media that the nomination decision for the next Federal Reserve vice chair affects the lives of everyone. He added that maximum skill with monetary policy is extremely important in this role. The world's second richest man and other skeptics of diversity considerations in hiring processes contend that weighing external factors such as racial or sexual identity causes a decline in overall competence, as efforts to merely hire the most qualified candidates are deprioritized. The Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion movement, also known as DEI, acquired a larger foothold in the public and private sectors after the social justice movement, which followed the death of George Floyd in the late spring of 2020. Controversy over the possible replacement for Brainard comes as the Federal Reserve increases target federal funds rates, a course of action which could induce a recession as borrowing costs for businesses and consumers increase in an effort to combat rising price levels. Inflation was charted at 1.4% when Biden entered office in January 2021 and reached 6.4% in January 2023. Real wages have meanwhile fallen 1.5% between January 2022 and January 2023, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. There are now more female, black, and homosexual officials at the Federal Reserve than at any other time in the central bank's history, according to a report from the Associated Press. The Biden administration operates under a whole-of-government approach to racial equity and support for underserved communities and mandated last week that members of the cabinet must create agency equity teams to ensure federal workforces are sufficiently diverse. Biden has announced on several other occasions that he would make critical nomination decisions based on the race and sex of the appointees. Brunson posted an update on Facebook following the court's January 9 decision, writing, "The petition was denied. We will now make our next move. A petition for reconsideration. Hang in there, everyone. Donald Trump looks sweaty and exhausted and doesn't even walk the course." As the media and Republicans try to make an issue out of President Biden's age and health, it is reasonable to look at the 2024 Republican frontrunner's situation. Speculating about Trump's health would be unfair, but the man is nearly 80 years old. It is fair to ask the same questions of Trump that have been asked of Biden. Can Trump handle the rigors of a presidential campaign? Biden has released his medical records, including his most recent physical results. The current president also spends much of his weekend time participating in physical activities, and Biden also exercises 6 days a week. The video of Trump raises some questions that could all be resolved if all of his medical records were released. The age question for 2024 should not be a one-way street, and the video of Trump should raise important questions. Please, what is your take on this? And remember to subscribe as well.